Okay, let's just do some tutorials in SketchUp. So once you've installed SketchUp, you need to make sure that when you run it, you say choose template, and I recommend choosing the fourth one down. So if you've already scrolled down quite a bit, scroll all the way back up, and then choose the fourth one down, which is Architectural Design millimeters, and then click on the bottom right where it says Start Using SketchUp. Okay, I'm using SketchUp version 2016, which is the most recent version, and I recommend that you definitely modify your interface the way I show you. So, what I'm going to do is show you that you can go to View, right up here, then go to the first one down, Toolbars, click that, and yours will probably start with Getting Started. Okay. So I recommend turning off Getting Started and turning on the large tool set. It'll give you more tools. I also recommend scrolling all the way to the bottom and turning on Styles, Views, and Warehouse. And then press Close. And when you have your styles and your views, they might come in on 3 separate rows like this. So there's my views, the houses, so I'll put that up at the top there. My styles I'll have in the middle, and my warehouse I'll have on the right there. You also notice on the right hand side here we've got these different options down here. So what I'm going to do is leave that as it is because we're going to use those. Now I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I'm going to hold down the middle mouse button. It's the wheel, but if you press it, it's like a button. And that orbits around the scene. But if I hold down Shift as well, I can pan my scene. Okay, so I'm going to put the person over there. And now let's look at some reference materials. Loads of things if you type in modern architecture into a Google image search. So let's start with some basic things, and I'm going to do loads of different types of shapes. Just rather than do one gallery, I figured I'd show you loads of different techniques. So let's look at this shape here. It's curved this way, but it's also curved around. That's quite a complicated shape to make, but I'm going to show you how to do it quite easily. So let's go back. And here's a concept I think I ought to show you right away, and that is at the moment we're in a perspective view. If I change the camera from perspective to parallel projection and then click on the front view, which is this house here, now I can start to draw some shapes. Okay, again I'm going to hold down Shift and the middle mouse wheel button and do that. And I'm going to go over here to the first it's called 2-point arc. So I'm going to draw a point there. I'm going to draw a point. Let's see. Do I want to go straight up and down? No, I think I want to go up at an angle. Click once, and then I'm going to come out at an angle like that and click again. Now what I want to do is select that with the arrow or the select tool. Use this tool, which is called the offset tool, and I'm going to bring that in, maybe like that. Now I need to close it up, so I need to get the pencil tool. I need to zoom in up here and click there and there. And then to finish this off, I could press Enter. No, that doesn't work. If I press the right mouse button, that didn't work. What if I press Escape? That worked. So Escape on the keyboard will finish that operation. I don't know if you notice down here, but I need to do 2 little things here. I need to go down, and I don't know if you notice, but when it goes to that angle, it means it's in line with the line before it. And then I'm going to go across and Escape. And now I just want to clean this off with the rubber. You'll see there's some little extra bits I don't want. Okay, I'm going to show you 2 techniques. I'll show you the easier technique first. Okay, we're going to need two of these. So I'm going to grab the whole thing, get my move tool, and of course if I move it, I can click here and then move it over there. But if I press Control just once, I can let go of Control now and go over to here. I can save a copy over there. Okay, now unselect everything by getting your selection tool, clicking anywhere except for one of your objects. And now I'm going to go back to a 3D view. I can actually go to a perspective view because I prefer that. It looks a bit more natural. For the first one, we'll get the push-pull tool, touch the surface, and go back like that. Easy peasy. But you'll see it's going straight back, and if we look at the original image, I think they're actually slightly curved as they go back. That's a little bit more complicated, so I'm going to show you how to do that. To do that, I need to get my curve tool again, but this time I need to draw my curve on the ground, starting at the front corner here. And I can go straight back, which is green, maybe something like that, click, and then I can make sure that you're not going up and down. Up would be the blue line. And if I do that, you'll see what I mean. It's actually going up. I don't want to do that. So I want to go from there. I want to make sure I'm right on the corner. There we go. I'm going to go back straight, so it's parallel with the green axis, the y-axis. Click one time there, and now if I go along the red axis, which is the x-axis, at a slight curve, click. There's the path I'm going to use. So the way you do this, and if you don't get it right the first time, trial and error is usually the best way, is you grab your arrow, your selection tool, you click on that line, and now it's highlighted blue, and then I need to go over here and find what's called the Follow Me tool. And when I click the Follow Me tool, the blue curve is going to disappear. So I'll click the Follow Me tool. It's still selected, but it's waiting for me to select the shape, the white shape. And if I click that, you can see it's wrapped itself around, which is a little bit more what I wanted. Okay. And of course, if I wanted to start building, I could grab my pencil now, for example, and do stuff. But let me tell you what you should do first. Okay. I like to group things once I've made them so that they don't, I can keep them as separate objects. So I'm going to triple click this object I just created. 1, 2, 3. That selected the whole thing. And I'm going to go up to here where it says Edit, Make Group. Now that's a separate object, and you'll see why that comes in handy. I'm now going to create a little room inside there. So I'm going to grab my pencil, go straight back like that maybe. I'm going to press Escape. Here's another trick. Get my pencil again, go from this corner this time. And this time, if I make sure it's red, I know it's on the x-axis. Escape. And now I can get my rubber, and I know that I've got a nice right angle there. Okay. Now I want it to come up. I need to actually technically draw another curve. So I'm going to get my 2-point curve tool, touch that corner, touch that corner, and now touch one of these vertices. I don't know if you can see, but it snaps to the vertice. And now I've got this shape. Now I think I'm right in saying that if I go up too high, it'll pierce through the wall and then come out the outside here. So I don't want to go too high. And I'm going to get my push-pull tool and come up a bit. Right about there, you can see it's starting to pierce through. If I go too high, you can see it pierced through, and I don't want to do that. So I can lower that right to about there. Okay, so that is how to draw a quite complicated shape. Let's pause this and we'll do a new video.